working on old Spence here doing interior door maintenance, and check straps are always high on the list of things that have to be done because they get neglected. This one was really bad on the driver's door, but the other doors were, except for one, were something else. But look at how nice this is when you install a new check. It's going to stop and stay open in that position, and it's going to swing out like this, stop, and then swing into the second position like that. Listen, no noise, no creaking, no groaning. And then when you go to close it, just a nice solid thud like a Mercedes should be. Let's talk about why these door check straps go bad. These came out of old Spence, W123, and these are typical of the door check straps that were used from the mid-60s all the way up to the mid-90s. You know, they had an arm and they had this ball socket assembly that moved, and it stopped at these indents there to position the door either part way open or fully open. Only one of them in old Spence, that was the right side front door, was still working. The two back doors wouldn't even open all the way. The driver's side front door was jamming up and groaning and growling. But let me show you the one that was working. This one right here. And if you look, there's a key. Okay, there's a key down in there that shows you why this one was still working. And then let's look at these other two. I mean, particularly this one. This is the right where it just literally broke off because this just froze up in the track assembly. Look down in there and look down in there. And of course, you look at this one. Look at the rust down in here. So that's pretty obvious why these fail. It's due to lack of lubrication. With just even a little bit of lubrication, they'll still keep working. But once the lubrication is gone, like on these ones, you know, these are going to jam up. They're going to break. This one's bent. Look at that. It's bent. And you can even damage a door if you don't take care of this. So now that you understand the reason for the problem, let's talk about some solutions. This is what the new W123 check straps look like today. You cannot find OE. They're all aftermarket. And when you receive one, you'll notice there's a very slight amount of lubrication. Very slight. Maybe just a little bit of a smear, okay? And over there, there's nothing. That's not enough lubrication. If you install this in your Mercedes without adding lubrication, you will have problems. So I recommend that you get some good synthetic grease. I have a special synthetic grease that I use, and you literally load this thing up, a nice big glob right in here. Another big glob over on this side here, and then take and put some down the track assembly towards the rear like this. Don't worry, you can't over lubricate these parts here. These are classic examples of what fails with lack of lubrication. Put the remaining amount in there. Okay. So I've got the lubrication here. That's adequate lubrication provided it's protected from moisture and rainwater that gets through the window scraper. I know you're going to say, what? Water gets in the door? Yes, it does. It goes through that window scraper. Pouring rain, it's not going to keep it out. That's why there's drain holes in the bottom of the doors inside the door panels. So some of you know that a few of these check straps come with plastic covers, and you're going to say, oh, I know what that plastic cover's for. Well, the plastic covers are not available currently for the W123, although we have them on the W126 and the W124 201. So what I recommend is that you take some high quality 3M. This is flexible 3M HVAC tape. It is super sticky and super strong, and you take and wrap this after you thoroughly lubricate it. Now this is flexible enough, if this moves, see, it's not going to tear the tape. This is very important. Cover up these door checks, because if you don't, the moisture is going to get right down. See, look at that. Come down here and get in these holes, get down in here. Also, dirt will get in there, and eventually after a few years, this will start squeaking and groaning, and if neglected, it's going to fail like you saw on those ones I showed you earlier. We sell individual door check straps like this, but I thought, well, I could send some tape, I could send some lube, and after a while I thought, why don't I just do it for you? If you come to my website and you buy a pair of W123 check straps, we're going to lube them for you and we're going to tape seal them for you, including providing new bolts for the rear, which will allow you to put these either in the front or the rear door. And we'll send them out to you like this, ready to install at no extra charge. So this is an example. We want to make sure that the parts we send you are going to work, and they're going to work for a long time.